Welcome, Fratress and Soribus. Today I have gathered you all for one reason, and one reason only. To remind you of our combined goal. The Perfide's ultimate mission. Whether you are from St. Tinine's large region, grown in the kingdom of riches with nothing but dirt to fill your stomach, cursing the nobles, as you should. Perhaps you're an arbitrarian, known for seeking justice, or wish to take down St. Tinine for the blasphemous actions they have committed on your hierarchy. Blows to your kingdom. Bombings to your poor, innocent civilians. If I wore a hat, it would go off to all those lost in the years fought in battle. Perhaps you have nothing lost nor gained being here. Perhaps you fight a bigger battle every day. And for that, I salute all of my bravest soldiers to brawl with opponents that were never theirs to begin with. Today, in front of us, we have a line of St. Tinine's own nobles, walking mascots, depicting the greed portrayed in the royal's favourite colour. Today marks a new beginning, my friends, to start the upcoming summer season by breaking down what once was, by taking back our right to human decency, by taking back St. Tinine. Who's with me? Then may we all watch in enlightened glory. Let the display commence to a new St. Tinine. Let the Perfide prevail.
You wish to speak with us?
Or wish to speak with Mirren. You just happen to be one persistent shadow.
I am not a shadow.
Is that why you seem so transparent?
Either way, we have something to speak of, do we not?
We do not. You are free to leave.
But
Emilio stays.
I am your commander.
The Perfide fights for equality.
Then I have taught you right. Emilio stays. You, however, do not.
what?
I have a mission for you, Rastid.
Of course.
You are to go to St. Tinine's ball this evening and wreak a little chaos.
What? No, that's...
A death sentence? It would be, if we did not have help from the inside.
No, it's not a good idea.
I'll do it.
Oh my lord.
Perfect. I'm glad you have more sense than your mirror. You will dress for the ball accordingly. By the time you're out, I expect you to have the Queen with you.
Queen Diana, you're delusional. There's no way she'd...
Consider it done.
Marin!
Isabel has created a serum. If you can manage to slip it into her drink, she should follow your every orders accordingly. Just ensure your eyes are the first she meets upon her sip. At that point, ever speak to her advisor and ask for flowers from the gardens. The rest will work itself out. You must be gone with the tick of the midnight clock. Can you do that?
What time is it?
It starts at 7.
Done.
You have to stop sending her into death traps.
She can handle it.
She looks up to you, you know.
You've been excused, Malkino.
You should talk to her.
Why? It's the same as speaking to a
Do
wall.
me a solid. No more texts, no more calls. Tears that are falling. Sad to say, not at all. You can never scale these walls. Curtain call, boy, bye. Look behind you, there's a line. If you miss me now, there's no next time. I'm a wanted woman. I'm a wanted woman. I'm a wanted woman.
Rise?
Mother, you wish to speak with me.
Yes, dear. I notice you've been picking up quite a bit on your studies. You have my praise for such. But at this time, I'd like to inquire as to why.
Well, when I am to be crowned queen, it is only right.
If, dear, if you're to be crowned queen.
If? Do you expect to put a crown on Penelope's head?
I expect you to respect me as your queen.
And I do. But you will grow older than you already are.
Life expectancy in Satiate is far higher than in other kingdoms, Angela.
You are 56, Mother. 4 years to expectancy.
You forget, I am royalty. I won't have to deal with petty illnesses from the townsfolk.
What about the rebels?
Do not call them rebels.
What would you call them?
Criminals. Criminals in which your father will deal with.
Father is battling in arbitrary. We haven't heard word of him. For all we know, he is dead.
He is not dead!
And how can you be so sure?
If they know what is good for them, they will keep him alive.
What would be good for them is his death. He is who makes our plans. The fact no one spoke up to him going to battle is beyond me. Without him, we are nothing.
You believe I cannot run our army myself?
I believe you know not of strategy, let alone how to properly wield a sword.
And you do?
I have been practicing under Father. I am the best of both of you.
This attitude is why you will never sit upon the throne.
Your ego is why you should not sit upon it at all.
I would prefer to place a crown upon Penelope's head than to have you anywhere near this castle at all.
Knowing she would burn the kingdom to ashes?
Especially with that knowledge.
You would so easily crumble everything Father has worked so hard to attain?
You know nothing of what your father has done to attain it.
You sound like a rebel.
A criminal.
My apologies. I speak facts and facts alone.
You should prepare.
We have time before the ball.
You are to stay inside your room until then. That is an order.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Good. You are excused, Angela. She speaks like a criminal.
If I may speak, Your Majesty.
You may.
She speaks like you.
You can't say something like that. Why? It's not that big of a deal. What if they hear you? They won't. You're overreacting. Do you know how much trouble we can get in your heart? Exactly. We can't think about that. We need to focus on more like a fool. You think I don't know that? There can't be any distractions in the way. Not even that.
Are you excited?
Of course she's excited, Jules. She's marrying the prince.
Not just any prince.
Prince
Phoenix.
You are not getting paid a dime to question Her Highness. Nor are you getting paid to swoon over her fiancé.
Fiancé?
We didn't ruin the surprise, did we, sweetheart?
Fiancé?
Yes, you are to marry Prince Phoenix.
You're joking, right? What? When?
Your mother set it up the other day.
Prince Phoenix? Of arbitrary? He's not even in line for the throne. Fourth in line does not count, Aisana.
Apologies, Your Highness, but Queen Diana believes this to be best.
Plus, he's absolutely gorgeous.
Think of the babies.
Ladies, that is quite enough. We must get ready. Your Highness? What dress are you thinking?
Do you recall that green dress I had purchased?
But, Your Highness.
That is the one I will wear, Aisana.
Yes, Your Highness.
They'll know.
You just realized that now? You have the eyes of a rebel.
The scars of one, too.
You don't have to go.
Duty calls.
Marin.
Presenting Princess Angela and Princess Penelope of Saint Tenine.
Are you sure this was a good idea?
What is she to do? Take away the crown?
What is it you think you are doing, child?
Whatever do you mean, mother dearest?
By the names of our Defiant, go and change now.
I'm afraid I have nothing else to wear.
You are a liar.
Such a feature you have granted me.
She is going to kill you.
That would only start an uprising. More likely, I am to be threatened with a throne she will not easily pass down.
These tricks are not helping your conquest.
Perhaps not. But as long as she lives, it will not matter what tricks I play. We're in a stalemate.
I believe you mean checkmate. Mother does not tie with anyone.
Perhaps not. But she will learn to lose.
Over her dead body.
Ah, Princess Angela.
Phoenix.
You do not seem as happy to see me as typical. With the allowance of my attendance, I do suppose I expected happier faces.
Prince Phoenix!
Oh, hello, Penny.
Hi.
Might I request a dance, Angela?
Of course, Your Highness. Have you been told?
Of our engagement. Not long ago, but yes.
How you seem so fine with such. I will never know.
Better a friend than an enemy.
You only say that because you know I will not care for your disloyalty.
Perhaps that is true, but you must also admit it would be nice to have a ceasefire.
We are not the losing party in this war. I'm not sure at all why it matters to us.
An economic boost, no doubt, but I must say, I prefer your father put an end to the bombings of our innocent.
I do apologize for that. Though, if I were to take the throne, I would—
Are you truly still on that, Angie?
You cannot!
Though you look better in it, after this stunt, I doubt the queen will let you within 6 feet of the throne. It'll be as though you have the plague.
I'll rise to the throne one day, Phoenix.
Not if you're married to me, Angela. You know I'm—
Phoenix.
Don't tell me you're gonna try to find a way out of our marriage. Angela, you mustn't mess things up.
Mess things up? I will do no such thing.
This may not be important to you, Angela, but it is my kingdom, my livelihood, my people, my family at stake. I understand you have nothing to lose, but I cannot relate to such an idea. And if the years we have spent together, the friendships we have blossomed, means nothing to you, go right ahead. But forever and always, my people will come first. And if yours were at stake, I'd do whatever needed to help you in such a quest.
But you will not help me to the throne.
We're already on thin ice with Saint Tenine, Angela. Now you request I further aggravate the king? Under no circumstance. I should have specified I would never ask you to get arrested for a mere cause either.
Apologies for interrupting, Prince Phoenix, Princess Angela. Might I request a dance?
My apologies, milady.
Might I specify with Her Highness?
Me? Yes, of course.
This way then, Your Highness.
Don't be stupid, Angela.
My apologies for interrupting, but he half looked as though he would kill you.
And further provoke Saintine? Yet another thoughtless move upon dull, arbitrary minds.
I must agree, though you must also admit that their architecture is rather pleasanter and arbitrary.
I am sad to say that I have never been.
Really? But you're the—
I know. Perhaps one day, I will travel out to each of the kingdoms.
I must say, I don't recommend Lentonenia. But yes, I'm sure you'll be pleased to get out there.
You seem to know much of our neighboring locations.
Yes, well, my family is prone to travel.
Your family?
Yes, I'm the adopted daughter of Callias Valet. Marin Rasted, at your service, Your Highness.
The Vetland name has a lot behind it. Land, opportunities, a sanctuary duchy.
For the poor and shunned. Pathetic.
I'm pleased to meet you, Miss Rasted.
Please, Your Highness. Marin is fine.
You certainly are a curious thing.
I must say, I wouldn't call myself a thing, but I am glad you take interest in me.
How could I not? You may just be the most personable here.
The only one who dares bet an eye at the soon-to-be queen, you mean?
I wouldn't say that.
It is true. Everyone wishes for a chance at your hand. Though none of these, excuse my language, bastards are interested in greeting the king.
That part is accurate, though my ascent to the throne won't come for a great while, Miss Marin.
Never say never, Your Highness.
How peculiar.
Now, how in the nine hells am I going to get this serum in her is the question. She hasn't had a drink yet. Why Callias doesn't do this himself is beyond me. Perhaps I should have taken an extra one. It would have been easier to trick her advisor into giving it to her. 30 minutes. Perhaps we're going to take the harder way out. Sir, please. I require assistance.
What is it, milady?
I believe I've seen a rebel. They came in through the dining hall. They could be anywhere now. Please, you must follow me.
I must alert the other guards.
We have not the time.
I see no sign of forced entry. Are you? What is the meaning of this?
Such a pity. Look as though I was mistaken.
Cease this, now!
You are no longer the one giving orders here. Ship your armor, now.
Under no circumstances.
Now, or you're as good as dead. Too easy. Next step. Queen Diana, if I may have a word.
Can you not see I am busy?
It is important, Your Majesty.
Fine. Hurry then. I will speak to you at a more later date, King Richard. Now, what is it?
We have had a security breach, more than likely from one of the Arbitrarians who are in attendance. Wretched idiots. Please, if you would follow me, we must evacuate you immediately.
And the rest?
Are to be escorted as well. Now please, Your Majesty, we must hurry.
Of course.
Where do you think she's going?
Like hell if I know.
You are to be very quiet, or you are to be very dead. Do you understand?
What is the meaning of this? Do you know who you're—
One more word, and I'll slice my sword clean through your neck. Nod. Good. I have a vial. You are to drink it.
I will do no such thing. This is treason. I could scream and you would
be captured? Unlikely. You, however, would be dead. Now drink, Santonine scum. I said drink. Good. Now are you in a better mood, Your Majesty?
You are demented.
I want you to agree with everything I say.
Yes, ma'am. What the?
Good. Now you're to follow my directions carefully. You are to leave this room and head back to the ballroom. There, you will head to your advisor and ask her for flowers from the courtyard. Follow her out. Am I understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Proceed. Never did I believe I'd see the day the Queen would take orders from her lessers, let alone myself. What a glorious sight.
Sophie?
What might I do for you, Your Majesty?
I request flowers from the courtyard.
What? A strange request. Are you feeling okay, Your Majesty? Your eyes are...
Do not question me, Sophie.
Of course, Your Majesty. Any specifics you would like, Your Majesty? Your Majesty?
Glad that seemed easy enough. Good job. Keep it up and you may be looking at a promotion.
Princess, are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. What are the alarms for?
It's the Queen.
Is she alright?
I wish I could tell you, but truth be told, no one can find her.
What do you mean no one can find her?
She hasn't been seen since the ball last night, Your Highness.
What a travesty. Is father back?
No, he isn't set to be back for another week.
Whatever are we to do?
This is serious, Your Highness.
Yes, I know.
Princess! Princess! Have you heard? It's a travesty. A travesty.
Calm down, ladies. You act as though it's your mother that's gone missing.
Truly, Isana. What is to happen now?
You truly do not care at all.
Well, Princess, you're going to take their place.
Until the king returns, of course.
Oh, how horrid. I'm distraught. Where is Sophie? She was the last person seen with the Queen, was she not?
She was?
Did you guys not see?
I'm afraid not. Though, that is rather interesting. I'll have to speak with her.
Of course. What about Father's advisor?
He's running frantically, preparing battle strategies. One look at him, and you can tell he has had one thought and one thought alone.
And that is?
Revenge.
Prepare a meeting. There, I would like to see you, Sophie, William, and Ezra. Am I understood?
Loud and clear, Your Highness.
You seem prepared.
I've been waiting my whole life for a shot at the throne. Now is my time to prove to the people that I'd be well enough sitting upon it.
When would you like the schedule for?
In 30 minutes.
30? My apologies, Your Highness, but General Ezra is currently speaking to the Department of Weaponry about bombs for...
Cease it.
Excuse me?
Tell her to cease it.
She is far more loyal to the king than she is to you, Princess. She will not...
She will. Or she can spend the next week out of her position until he comes. Father will be more concerned with his wife is gone than he will be with the next explosives to use on arbitrary.
I understood, Princess. Anything else?
That's it. You are excused.
Might you need any help getting ready, Princess?
If I'm expected to be taken seriously as a candidate for the throne, I must look the part.
We are more than on it. You'll look fresh as a dove when we're done.
All is well, but if I am to compete with my mother, I'd prefer to hear that I'll look as regal. Regal as a lioness.
Yes, Your Highness. I have the perfect thing.
Wait. Pasha! Don't you mean...
Your Majesty!
All right, get to it, girls.
Mission accomplished?
More so than expected. We have 2 captives instead of 1.
What did she do?
Exactly what the same T9 press here told her to do. Except I came to the realization that leaving her would bring about unexpected questions. Not to mention...
We could establish distrust in the kingdom? She's Diana's advisor, is she not?
Do not speak of me as though I am not here.
Shut it, you horn devil. Or else I will slice your head and send it straight back to your daughter.
Speaking of Princess Angela, how are we to take care of her?
The princess is reckless. She won't think to properly up the guard. Perhaps she won't even wish to. It won't be hard to send an assassin in.
Who do you plan to... No.
I'll do it.
I should have expected that. I will. I have the...
It'll be a double team. One will stay out and ensure no one comes in. The other will handle the job. Or I believe we all know who is who.
It will never work.
Shh. Bitch.
She's getting too loud.
You? It was you who... Wait. Duke Callius? What is the meaning of this? Why would you...
I suggest you do as I say. Unless, of course, you prefer I ripped out your vocal cords and fed them to you. On a silver platter, of course. No less for her dearest majesty. Emilio, take her to the holding cell.
Of course.
I have an idea, if you wouldn't mind being a soundboard.
Of course not.
With no other toys, they're more likely to blame this whole thing on arbitrary, which will lead to the very violence we wish to prevent.
That is correct.
So instead, though it will go unnamed until the princess has been dealt with, we could pin it on the advisor. Sprinkle rebellion within the staff even.
A good idea. How do you plan to go about such?
We'll have Sophia go to Times Square. She will execute the queen there.
I will do no such thing. I am loyal to Her Majesty.
Oh, dearie dear. Whatever shall we do? Marin?
Yes?
Go get Isabel.
Done.
Oh, don't worry, dear. We'll make quick work of you.
Isabel.
I don't want to talk to you.
Nor do I wish to speak with you. Callius, however, does.
What if I quit the Perfide, Marin? Would you care then?
I can say with great certainty that Callius would never allow such. Now hurry up. He has a plan he wishes to move forward with, and quickly.
I'm positive at this point you all know why Where's Sophie?
She should be back by now.
Back? Did she go out?
Yes, she went to check up on Prince Phoenix of Arbitrary and some other nobles to ensure nothing of similar worry happened to them.
I see.
And who commanded her to do such? It sure as fuck wasn't me.
I can't say I took part in such.
It is important to check up on the welfare of our... Hey, ow!
How many times do I have to tell you that it is not your job to give out orders? It's barely that child's authority.
I would like to remind you that this child is in charge of you until the king returns.
Sure, whatever. Let's be clear, Princess. You don't know the first thing about running a kingdom. So while yes, I respect the fact that you are attempting, I will not stand for failure.
You should not speak in this way to your leader. Treason is a criminal offense which holds a myriad of punishments.
I don't stand for you, Princess. I stand for the kingdom. I stand for your father.
Arguing is not what I came to do.
Then I urge you to discuss your topics, because you pulled me from a meeting that was 10 times more productive than this one.
And I do apologize for such. I understand how irritating it may be to undergo swift schedule changes. However, you must understand the disappearance and possible kidnapping of our beloved Queen Diana is far more important than that of the next new bombs to send to Arbitrary. If you do not agree with such, you can definitely explain your uncare for the king's wife to his face once he is to return.
Let's be clear. The king is going to be just as annoyed as the rest of the guard.
What do you mean?
We believe we know how it happened. Multiple accounts, including that of the King of Arbitrary, are in agreement that the last of which she was seen was with that of her garden advisor. Sophie isn't here for questioning, but if it comes out
blah, 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 blah. In shorter terms, the queen was fucking stupid.
Tell such to the king.
Alright, Princess. What's your revolutionary idea to...
General Ezra, there's commotion in the town square.
What kind of commotion?
Large commotion, and seemingly a hostage. People are speaking of rebels.
How many innocents do you believe to be there?
No doubt too many to do what I am sure you are considering.
Don't tell me.
Let's bomb them.
We aren't for sure that they're...
Better safe than sorry.
Are you sure that...
We aren't bombing them.
You don't have enough experience to give orders, Princess.
And apparently, you do not have enough to use common sense. We will not be bombing anyone. Take me there.
This is absurd.
Might I remind you all that you yield to the crown first and foremost, no matter who you claim to stand for. With the Queen gone and the King MIA, you must accept that Her Highness is next in line.
What is your call, Your Highness?
We'll survey the surroundings, have guards scouting the area and pushing through the crowd. More to evacuate everyone out of the area. Though I'm unsure what's happening, better safe than sorry.
This seems like...
You heard her?
Of course, Your Highness.
Thank you. No time to waste. Aisana, would you accompany me?
Absolutely, Your Highness.
I'm coming too.
Proceed out of the way, in the name of the throne.
For the rebellion!
Stand down!
Yield!
I do not act in the royal's favor. I act in peace.
We're here to protect you, Your Highness.
How may I be?
There's little other choice. I will escort you back.
Help! Please! Please let me out! Help! Help!
What's happening?
I'm not sure, though it is no matter. We must.
Help! Please! 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 Help me! Help me! Help!
Begging? Pathetic.
What? What happened?
What are we to do?
I don't know. The queen is who we are to.
Princess, what is your decree?
Seize her. Take her to the palace dungeons. High security lockdown. Am I understood?
And the opposing guards?
Seize them too.
Wait! I'd like to announce this. This is the work of the rebels. The Perfidae. What let Duke Callias themselves.
Seize her. Seize them all. Now. We'll discuss this later.
Well, isn't this a fun little end of the year surprise?
We need to solidify the borders, start separating rations, and have Emilio speak to the head of our armory. We're unprepared. We need more time.
I need William and Ezra in the meeting room at this instant. If Ezra has even begun thinking of ways to get back in Vetla, I will lose my head. We must approach cautiously.
What do you think we'll do with the advisor?
She is no advisor.
Princess.
For once, I agree with Princess. We need a plan.
Princess, we must wait to...
What do you suppose?
Execution.
We speed up our plans to assassinate Princess Angela.
And further anger the king.
Who knows where the king is? It's your turn to make a decision, Your Highness. This is what you've been wishing for, is it not? To prove to people you are not scared to lead, nor are you to act. Unless, of course, you're frightened.
No,
you're right.
What do you suppose?
Tonight, Emilio and I will go. We'll end this and take control of the castle.
And when the king gets back?
We'll handle it accordingly. If we either convince the guards in whom are not already under our control to either betray the kingdom or execute those who refuse to yield to our commands,
there'll be no one to overpower us.
She betrayed the kingdom, showing disregard for their majesties and our civilization and commands. Put our citizens in danger. There's only one way to show your dedication in protecting our people.
Ezra.
So it's decided.
Kill the advisor.
Kill the princess.
Princess, you must think...
Do you wish for her to fail, Asana?
What? No, but she will not be influenced.
For an advisor, you too are failing to be of guidance. Perhaps it would be best to put you up on the pedestal with the disgraced trash.
You cannot possibly...
We'll do it. Start setting up for execution.
Your Highness.
Will do, Princess.
Consider it done.
Good.
Shit!
We should make a display of it to warn off the other rebels from Prince Phoenix.
I must speak with the princess. Alone.
You must be incompetent if you believe we are to allow...
You have minutes. Ezra, I'll meet you to discuss this further at a later time.
Princess.
Ezra.
Fine.
I have no intentions to speak of.
I am not here to discuss our marriage.
Then why are you here?
You should sit down for this.
Phoenix,
Sit, please.
Please? Unlike you to use such a nicety.
Angela.
Wait, is this actually serious? Please tell me you're not here to speak of my mother.
It's your father.
Back already?
Please, sit.
Where is he?
Angela, please.
Or did something happen?
I'm telling you, sit.
What happened, Phoenix?
Your father is dead.
No, not father. Not after mother's disappearance.
Does she not know the queen is...
Shut it, Phoenix.
The queen is what? The queen is what, Phoenix?
The queen is dead, Penny.
No. Not both of them. It's not true. Tell him it isn't true, Angela. It isn't. Oh my god.
Penelope! Phoenix, let me go.
Angela, wait. Don't you understand what this means?
It means I must console my sister. I didn't care much for Mother. Father's disappearance is disheartening, but she...
It means you're queen, Angie. It means you have the throne. Your Majesty.
Phoenix, rise. Please, you do not have to.
I understand you did not wish for our marriage beforehand, but it continues to be the easiest way to engage in positive relations between our two kingdoms. Please, Angela, even if you do not choose to wed me, my brothers would all be happy to fall suitor to your—
Phoenix, I can't. I'm not marrying you. I don't even know—
If you cared about me, if you valued our friendship at all, you'd think about it. You'd accept nonetheless.
You cannot hold such over my head.
It is my kingdom at stake, Angela.
Now that I'm on the throne, I can change the outcome of this war. I can end it.
You don't understand, Angela.
Then help me to.
Even if you hence this war, my mother is dead set on taking revenge. She will not stop until either Saint-Nine falls or you marry one of us. She would never betray the family as such. It was not my idea to marry. It wasn't even hers. Father wishes to stop this fighting. He's been working non-stop on negotiations, trying to please her. Now, if you wish to degrade me so much as to force me to beg, I will. Please, Angela, do not be the direct cause of my people's fall.
Phoenix,
Think about it.
Shit. Oh my god.
That was Prince Phoenix.
Was there any news on the marriage, Princess?
You two will make such a good couple.
Where's Isana?
We haven't seen her. Princess, why?
I need Isana.
Is everything all right, Princess?
What does it look like?
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd ask.
Well, perhaps you should use that useless little head of yours before asking questions laced with stupidity.
Princess, she didn't mean to bother you. Neither of us did. We'll fetch Isana. Come on, Jules.
Shit!
I'll bring them right to her.
Isana, the princess. What are you doing?
Huh? Oh, nothing. Just, opening the window. It's almost as hot here as Lantanenia.
Okay. Interesting.
Now what about Princess Angela?
She requests your presence.
What for?
I'm unsure, but she was really upset. I suppose it's serious.
I needed to give her something anyway. I'll be right up.
We're telling you, it's serious. She snapped at Jules.
It's true. I don't know what's wrong.
Was anything out of the normal before?
I'm not sure. I mean, we saw Prince Phoenix, but I imagine he was just asking about their engagement.
Anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
Well, actually, Princess Penelope also seemed a bit upset, and her advisor looks stressed.
I can't imagine why. Princess Penelope has had it easy. I suppose she must have heard about Queen Diana's death.
Queen Diana is dead?
Has word not spread yet?
No?
Does that mean the princess is...
No, the king is, well, I suppose it is strange we haven't heard from him since.
You cannot possibly believe...
We'll see. I must be off, girls.
What are we to do?
Prepare some tea, perhaps, for the princess.
Yes, ma'am.
Princess Angela? You called?
Princess. Isana, leave.
But Princess, you called.
Isana, leave.
Pray tell me, what is the matter?
I'm not a princess anymore, Isana.
What are you speaking of?
I'm the queen.
Is that not a good thing? Is that not what you've been yearning for? Prince, Your Majesty, please.
Leave, Isana.
But I have mail for you.
Leave it under the door. I'll talk to you tomorrow, I swear. Set up a meeting with Ezra, with William. Have Penelope there as well, if she's willing.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Isana.
Dear little Miss Princess, or should I say, Queen. Poor child, all alone without an advisor and not a soul to lean towards. The point of trying? Unseen. You're a disgrace to yourself and the throne. Far worse than the pitiful queen who placed too much faith in her useless guards, and even more pitiful palace. I cannot lie when I say it'll be more than a pleasure, ripping both your faith and body apart limb by limb until you both feel the same pain as the innocents your crown has destroyed, both here and in Arbitrary. Let the Perfidae rise. Much enjoyment. Callias.
This cannot. Shit. Oh my god. Shit!
Did you give them to her?
Duh. You believe I'd fail a simple request?
No, of course not.
What about you? Ready to kill a princess?
Might be the highlight of today.
I imagine you're foaming at the mere thought.
Well, don't you know me well? We're sure that's her room?
Positive.
Perfect. Until then?
You know, you don't have to put yourself in danger just because Callias wished you to.
I don't have time for your lectures, Leo.
I'm not lecturing you. I'm just saying. There's more out there than serving.
They saved me, Emilio. When I was near death, starving on the streets. When I was shunned from the army for being Lentinenian. When no one else cared to bat an eye at me. They pulled me from my imminent death and gave me a place to stay. Now, it is my duty to serve them as they've served me.
As much as they try to convince us that the Perfidae fights for equality, it doesn't. Does it? Does it, Marin? Because at the end of the day, our little group of anarchists has a leader. The most hypocritical of ideas. The rebellion isn't. They aren't suited to make the calls here any more than the queen, king, or the princess you are about to slaughter.
Callias would not take kindly to you disrespecting their name or the Perfidae.
And are you to tell them? What if we ran away? Left the Perfidae? Left Sanctinine? Left the island? Just got away?
You and Isabel both must stop speaking such insanity. If you do not recall, I am Callias's right hand. Now, if you do not mind, I have a job to complete.
What? Oh, great. Just great. An assassin? Unsurprising. Kill me. Kill Penelope. It's not like she'd take the throne anyways. She's unfit. She still acts like a child. I'd call the guard, but God knows they'll act not. Suppose my mother learned that firsthand. I'm not going to say anything. If you are to assassinate me, you may as well make a good conversation leading up.
Princess Angela.
Queen Angela, thank you very much.
Queen?
All thanks to you. You. Wait. You are. Marin Rasted, adopted daughter of Callias Fetla. Go fucking figure. Go on then. Kill me. Just get it over with. This kingdom's fucked. The throne is fucked. It's either we continue on to fight this battle, only to continue terrorizing Arbitrary due to another selfish queen, or we allow the kingdom to fall and save however many lives that would have been lost.
They wouldn't be saved.
What?
They wouldn't be saved.
What do you mean?
Callias is... They're the leader of the rebellion. If we put a crown on their head, they wouldn't be saved.
Well then, perhaps the lives of Saint Nine are as cursed as the holder of the crown.
How did the king die?
Phoenix didn't go into detail.
Prince Phoenix? What did he tell you?
Why in the heavens would I tell you?
You wouldn't. Not if you were smart. But you speak like a woman on the edge of destruction. You speak like a woman who has cards to lend out and risks to take. You speak like myself.
What are you talking about?
You have the power to change this game, princess. You're pathetic. No one believes you to be a good ruler.
Wow. Thanks.
Which makes you the perfect ruler, all things considered.
What?
Saint needs a monarch, unlike that of which it's seen before. Saint needs a monarch willing to act. If it is you, then it is you. Do you care about the people?
Of course. Saint is my life.
I did not ask if you cared about Saint I asked if you cared about the people.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then you should change the game. For them. For everyone.
How do you suppose I do that? And why? Why are you helping me?
If only I knew. I'll speak to you again. Goodbye, Your Majesty.
What? How peculiar.
Suddenly, running away doesn't sound half bad.
What in the world are you doing here?
I'm here to speak in place of Her Majesty.
Queen Althea?
That is correct, Your Majesty.
Majesty?
Way to ruin the surprise.
Manners.
Very well. Go on, then.
Queen Althea wishes to have a clear understanding as to what you plan to go forth with in regards to the war between our kingdoms.
I have more pressing matters to think of in my own kingdom at the moment, Phoenix.
As well as whether you plan on marrying me. As you know, deciding against such may turn the mere spark, in which lights the flame of war, into a burning chrysalis.
Again, Phoenix, we may discuss this when—
Because if you do not, Queen Althea has promised to send their finest soldiers down to aid Vetley in their rebellion.
Yet, it seems they decided to give us a valuable card.
Do as you wish to me. It's not like ill hence Arbitrary's aid.
Listen here, you smug, insignificant—
Weapons away, Ezra.
But, Princess— Your Majesty,
Weapons away.
With Arbitrary's aid, you are destined to lose this battle. Might as well give reign over to Vetley, perhaps even to us. All because you won't marry me. What is your choice, Angela?
It is Queen Angela to you, Phoenix.
Either way—
I'll marry you.
What?
Princess, you mustn't be rash.
Haha, a good jest, Penelope, but meetings are not the place for—
It is not a jest. If it will help, I'm fine being married off. Especially to you. Better someone I know than, some random suitor. Right?
Penelope, you are unfit to make these kinds of decisions.
What?
Marriage is a big deal. One that should not fall so quickly on your shoulders. It is unnecessary.
It isn't your choice to make.
As your sister, I am telling you that you are much too young to be acting without thinking.
I am only 2 years younger than you. 2 years does not make you superior to me.
Princess, manners.
Fine. Then as your queen, I forbid you from speaking in the prince's presence during this meeting. You're making a scene.
You sound just like Mom.
Do not compare me to that.
My apologies for cutting in, but I will concur. I don't believe that it matters which sibling I marry. as long as they share the same royal blood.
It's settled then.
Not so fast.
If we wish to avoid further conflict, this is the easiest way to do so.
What right does this arrogant fool believe he holds to come in here and demand the hand of our queen or her sister? For that, we should bomb the whole damned kingdom of bastards. I'll wipe that smirk right off Queen Althea's lips.
Shall I call this deal off right here?
For what? As you said previously, as Ezra mentioned, we hold the power here, not you. Never you. We were friends, Phoenix, but I cannot say that I see the same welcoming spark in your eyes as I did when we were children. I will help you, out of the kindness of my own heart. But if you think for a second that this will be easy for you, think again.
Princess.
You may marry my sister, but don't believe me to be blind to her genuine feelings for you.
Angela!
Penelope?
You are to be kind, faithful, and warm. If I hear she is displeased, if I hear you so much as bored her with your insignificant, measly presence, I will not hesitate to march into your kingdom myself and burn it to the ground. Just like the bird you were named after. Am I understood?
Loud and clear.
Run along now, Prince Phoenix.
As always, a pleasure.
Good work, Your Majesty. You have the same authority as the king.
Let us just hope she learns the art of wielding her tongue like a serpent instead of a vulture. Come now, Princess Penelope.
So, do you have a plan, Your Majesty?
Well, not quite. But we mustn't be hesitant.
So, what do you suggest?
I believe it'll please our general.
I'm listening.
We are to storm Vetla.
And suddenly, you're speaking my language.
Welcome back. How was your visit to the palace?
It was uneventful.
Just like you to be so unfazed after practically destroying our government's standpoint.
Actually,
A moment like this calls for celebration.
I didn't kill
Now
her.
for the next phase of our...
I didn't kill her.
I didn't take you to be the joking type, Marin.
Because I am not. You have my sincerest regrets, Callius.
Hey, don't touch her.
Quiet, Malkino. I won't hesitate to relieve you of an eye. You ungrateful swine. I've given you everything, yet you cannot execute a simple tisk. Do you care at all for the Perfide? We sheltered you when you were left out to rot in the rain. We gave you food when all you'd eaten was air and the skin from your fingertips, and yet still was our efforts not enough. Are you not appreciative?
Of course I am. I just...
Just nothing. I should hang you here for your actions. You have put us all at risk. You have allowed the enemy to have an advantage. I should have never taken you in.
I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it. I cannot imagine there to be a valid reason you would have...
Her guards were with her. 5 of them. All with weapons. I would have been killed. It seems like they've upped security since the last event. It will not be as easy as it was the last time.
Is that so, Emilio?
Yes. Yes, sir. They were surrounding the building. We could barely get close enough to enter. Once Marin did, I was surrounded. I can only imagine it was worse inside.
Fine. But one more failure from you, and you're cut out of the Perfide, Marin.
What? That's unfair. She helped more than... Ah!
Emilio! What the fuck, Callius?
One more question out of you, and it will be more than just your arm, Malkino. Now what do you say?
Ugh.
What do you say?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now back to work. Both of you.
Come on, I'll take you to Isabel.
What do you want now, Marin? My blood? Oh God, Emilio! Did the mission go wrong?
In more ways than one. He needs bandages.
On it. What happened?
Callius happened. That dick.
Don't speak of him like that.
I'm not gonna lie to make you more comfortable. Marin, what actually happened there? You never failed a mission before, let alone one this important. You had no issue kidnapping the queen, and yet...
I just couldn't do it, okay?
But why?
You should have seen her, Leo. She was helpless. Both her parents dead, new responsibility. She just didn't know how to handle. I just...
Saw a bit of yourself in her? I get it. But if Callius finds out you left her, he won't just kill you.
In either way, she's Saintine. No matter how she seemed, she's rooted in the same greed their majesties were.
She could be different, though. Now that the king is dead, she has a chance to...
The king is dead?
Right.
And you didn't mention that to Callius?
Look, I didn't see a need to...
Why is it the one time you go against them? It only seems to put yourself in more danger.
I need to go back there.
You're fucking crazy.
Why?
Because we've been so wrapped up in solving everything by creating more and more problems. She could be the solution. We might not need to fight another battle.
And I thought I was the optimist between us.
Please, Emilio, you must help me get back there.
He is in no shape to sneak into the castle.
Then Isabel.
You're delusional if you think I'd help you do anything after you broke.
This isn't about us, Isabel. Not to mention, there is no us in the first place. This is about Saintine, the people, the Perfide. This is about doing what is right. Please, Isabel.
Fine.
I appreciate it, thanks.
Anytime, Marin.
Here we go again.
Queen Angela? May we come in?
Come in, girls.
We heard the news. We're so...
It's fine, Juliana. Truly, I shouldn't have snapped at you or Pasha. I was stressed, though that doesn't make it right. You have my sincerest apologies.
It's okay, Prince. My queen.
She's a queen! We hear you're announcing your coronation today.
And you know what that means.
You need a dress.
Make it quick, girls. We only have an hour.
Yes, Your Majesty.
How's that?
Perfect. Thank you so much, girls. Hello. Thank you all for being in attendance today. It is more than appreciated, as we understand that our great kingdom has been put through more than a few hardships recently. I am very, very regretful as I tell you all that our great king, King Edward, has been found dead. Silence. I can promise you, we are actively looking into such affairs. However, with the poorly timed fatalities to both Queen Diana and King Edward, it is my duty as their firstborn child to rise to the throne. With the war and possibility of rebellion, my coronation will be scheduled in mere days. Back to the affairs with our dear, dear Queen Diana. As you know, She has also fallen dead to the hands of her own advisor. Here we are gathered, not only to grieve what has been lost, but to send a message to the rebels who believe that they can make a fool out of our great kingdom. Ezra, if you will.
Please, don't do this! I didn't mean to! I swear! You must believe me! You must!
As you listen to her begs, I wish for all of you to recall the same energy which came from the Queen's voice. That same stoic expression on this same foolish criminal's face as she slit her head clean off.
I'm telling you, please! I didn't do it! Please! Aisana! Please! You must stop this! Tell them! I'd never do such thing! I'm loyal to Her Majesty! I swear! I'm loyal! I'll do anything!
This is what traitors get. This is what rebels get. To Saint-Anine.
I'm afraid all this blood is making me uncomfortable. Are you alright, Aisana?
I'm fine. Just suddenly claustrophobic.
Are you sure? You seem...
Yes, I'm perfectly well. I just need some air. Might I be excused, Your Majesty?
Yes, of course. Feel better, Aisana. Huh.
A death party. Lovely.
An eye for an eye is the saying, correct?
You've got me there.
Coming here is dangerous. Yervetla, I'm sure the other dukes and duchesses are aware of that fact.
I'm good at being unnoticed.
That's depressing.
I believe it to be quite a useful skill.
So, why are you here?
I have a proposition.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
You win some, you lose some, Your Majesty. I could tell you everything. About the rebellion, about Duke Callius's plans, about the Perfide.
The Perfide? How much money are you about to ask for in return?
No money. I'll offer up my aid, my abilities. I'm a stellar assassin.
Are you sure about that?
Strategist, whatever you are to ask for, you may consider it done.
I don't enjoy where this is going.
Putting aside the violence in which the rebellion has brought through the lands, their goals are sound. I wish for peace. I believe you have potential to bring it out. However, if I'm to betray my own people, I wish to be sure.
What are you asking for, Miss Rasted?
I'd like to rule alongside you.
I do not.
If you wish to win this war, you must. Our Betrayan guards are being sent in already. Not to mention, a lot of other duchies are turning on the kingdom as well. You need all the help you can get, and the best help available is help from the inside. You must at least consider it.
That's a lot of spotlight for someone who enjoys living in the shadows.
As I said, Your Majesty, you win some, you lose some.
I see. I'll consider it.
We must speak again, but for now, it seems I've used up my time. A pleasure, Your Majesty.
The pleasure is all mine.
Took you a while. How'd it go?
We'll see.
Did you offer aid?
With a price.
And that is?
Come on, Isabel. Emilio is waiting.
What did you ask her for? Marin?
If I tell you, you'll make a big deal of it.
No! Try me!
I asked for her hand in marriage.
What?
Told you.
You're... No. No, you can't do that.
I wasn't asking for permission.
3 months. We broke up 3 months ago, and yet you're so... How are you okay?
What?
How are you okay when I cannot breathe in your presence? When it kills me every time I meet your eyes and see that same stupid stoic expression? How can you be so uncaring whilst I'm dying?
Don't be dramatic.
Dramatic? I loved you, Marin. Why can't you understand that?
Just because you love someone does not mean they are inclined to feel the same.
You asked me out, not the other way around.
You think too much into things, Isabel. Grow too attached to air. People change. Things change. We aren't together. We barely ever were.
Marin, Izza, how'd it go? Who ripped her heart out? Oh. Did something...
I asked Angela to marry me.
You what? Why? In front of her? Are you stupid?
Something like that. If I'm going to betray the Perfide, I want to ensure that peace prevails above both it and Santonine.
Couldn't you have settled for an advisor?
I'd like to do more than advise.
Right, but... shit.
Ugh. Mirren, I heard you went out for a stroll with Isabel. Did you two make up?
Not quite.
I see. Well, I'll come bearing good news. Your little dove came up with a new poison. Your failure has been mended. Angela will be dead by her coronation tomorrow.
I see. How wonderful.
Indeed.
So what, you'd like me to attend also?
No. As you made clear, it was far too dangerous for an outsider to complete Her Highness's assassination.
Then how do you plan on doing it?
Oh, we won't. Her advisor will.
Well, fuck. Did you plan on attending her?
I do now.
Presenting Princess Penelope of Sayanine. Presenting our soon-to-be Queen, Princess Angela of Saint-Nine.
Princess Angela.
Prince Phoenix, I am glad you could make it. Queen Althea, King Richard, a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. We wouldn't miss it for the world, dear.
I'm sure.
Phoenix spoke to you off our current standpoint, did he not?
That he did, Your Majesty.
Then I request we get a finalization.
I'll get back to you once.
Now, dear.
That I cannot.
If I may have a word, Your Majesty?
Penelope, to what do I owe the honor?
I heard that you and your husband wish to marry off my sister. Though she may be too swamped with responsibility already to consider the possibility. I'd like to offer my hand.
Penelope, it is too soon to...
A cute proposition. At the end of the day, I suppose it is my son's choice. Phoenix?
As long as the war is to be put to a halt either way, I don't mind much. Penelope will suffice.
Thank you, Prince Phoenix.
We will discuss an arrangement at a later date. Yes?
Yes, of course.
A pleasure, Penny.
A pleasure.
What is it that you think you're doing?
Protecting the kingdom?
I'm nearly certain Esmeralda advised you against this.
Since when have I ever truly listened to my advisor?
I wished you'd begin. Where is she? Just because she is blind does not give you permission to run off from her.
It does make it easier, however.
God, you are just...
Seems we're to meet again.
Miss Rusted.
Isn't that the daughter of...
Penny, would you please excuse yourself?
She's in association with Duke Vetley. Guards!
Don't make a scene of it. Continue as if she... isn't here. Yes?
But what if she...
She won't.
And you haven't told me anything about...
I will soon be your queen. There's not a need to discuss.
What right do you have to make decisions without me? Only to frustrate upon myself, not consulting you.
Penny, not only am I your queen, but I'm your sister. I'm older, I'm...
Not better, not wiser, not anything. You're 2 years older. 2 years? Isn't that much, Angela?
I do not have time for this. Go run off and dance, or speak with your little friends. Whatever it is you do to entertain yourself.
I'm not a child.
Go, Penelope.
Ah.
I wasn't expecting to see you today. Did something happen?
Not necessarily. We believe there to have been...
Your Majesty, Ezra wishes to... Marin?
Don't freak out. I am aware she is from Vetla, though she is here to help.
Is she now? Well, as I said, Ezra wishes to have a toast. Please, follow me. You know how they are when they don't get their way.
Can it not wait a moment?
I'm afraid not. Now, come, Princess.
Wait, you can't.
What? Why not?
You, shouldn't drink on your coronation day. What would the people think?
That she is excited to rule the kingdom?
A mistake is bound to be made.
I am her advisor, not you.
Then perhaps you should advise her to make better decisions.
Come now, Angela. Come on. Come on. Come on.
She's not going anywhere.
I appreciate your concern, but I'll be right back, Miss Rusted. Rusted! What in the hell? My dress!
My apologies, Princess. It seems I'm a bit too clumsy.
Clumsy or malicious? It seems they've been trying to make a fool out of you all evening, Your Highness.
Shut your mouth, Izana.
I can't... Ugh!
Come, we'll have Pasha and Juliana clean you up.
Truly, you have my sincerest apology.
Get out of here!
What?
You said you wish to help me? Get out.
Very well, though we must speak of this later.
Where's Pasha and Jules?
You know, I'm sorry for tonight.
It's fine. It wasn't completely...
I wasn't aware you were friends with that bastard girl.
I wouldn't necessarily call us friends.
Perhaps not. Even so, it was interesting to see.
How so?
I knew you didn't like your mother, but conspiring with one of her murderers was not the action I'd pin you to take.
What? Marin didn't murder Queen Diana. Sophie did.
Perhaps she didn't murder her, but she took her, drugged her, and led her all the way back to Vetley. With some help, I suppose. All in all, my mother did nothing.
Sophie was your mother?
And collateral of Saint Tanine's mass accusational murderers.
Accusational? We saw her murder the queen in the middle of town square.
Look. It's Callius's dog. Have you found a new bitch to bark for?
Izana! What has gotten into you?
Go fuck yourself. You've been betraying the ground since you got here. Didn't you come from Latinenia? You should know there's far worse than what is happening here. Callius isn't the solution. The Perfide isn't the solution.
We'll see about that.
Izana, you cannot possibly... You cannot...
Ah, shit!
Fucking trash.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Are you... Is she okay?
She was going to kill you. What does it matter?
God! guards!
What are you doing? Are you stupid?
You're fine. We need to get her to the infirmary. Then we're having a meeting with the board. I'm accepting your deal.
And your coronation.
Seems like it's going to have to wait.
Or we can make it quick. No need to make a huge deal out of it after all. You're basically asking for it for an assassination attempt.
Right. Come on. Where's the crown?
It's sitting up on the...
Blah, blah, blah. I pledge my loyalty to the kingdom. That's that done with. Now, we must put an end to this rebellion.
Are you not going to introduce us to your little friend?
I believe I've already met them.
Enough, Ezra. The next time you pull your weapon at a meeting, you'll be leaving it at the door.
Some people don't know how to win with their words.
Why don't you take a seat?
No. I'm fine.
Alright, anyways. We have a problem. Aisana worked for Vetla.
That bitch.
I knew she was no good.
You know, I say we bomb the duchy.
Of course you'd say that.
That could get out of hand quickly. Who knows how many innocent people there are, how the surrounding duchesses may be impacted.
And what do you propose?
We cannot trust the guard to simply storm in. We have not a clue how many of them are also in cohorts with Duke Vetlay.
Marn, do you have a proposition?
What? Oh, right. So, one of Callius's...
Duke Vetlay, dear. Address everyone by their title.
It's not like they'll have it much longer.
Yes, but...
Please, let Miss Rusted continue.
Right. Callius has a medicus. Her powers, however, have delved far deeper than just with simple healing. She's created separate concoctions. She isn't dangerous in her own right, but she's a resource he will definitely manipulate.
I assume that to be how Queen Diana was...
Correct.
And why you were... Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Continuing, I don't think bombs are a bad idea.
Now we're talking.
Hold up. We run into the...
Let me finish. We could bomb the outskirts, limit casualties, little to none. Provoke fear, trap them in the limits, and cut off arbitrary stations, as well as access to other duchies.
Arbitrary won't be a problem. I have a conference with Queen Althea.
Without informing me?
My marriage is none of your concern.
Ooh, family drama.
Esmeralda?
My apologies for not informing you, Your Majesty. Princess Penelope told me you'd already known.
Ugh.
In either case, there is a series of tunnels underneath Vetlay, leading to nearly every other duchy. We'll cut them off. There are sections I'm not well aware of, but we can pair up the guards. 4 quadrants per tunnel. We're no arbitrary. The guards are fit, but they're not up to handle a 3v1.
I'll start issuing orders and preparing the weaponry.
Perfect.
We must also set up safe houses. Havens in which those whom perhaps do get caught in the crossfire can be taken to and taken care of. Esmeralda?
Yes, Your Majesty?
I understand you don't like utilizing them, but you're our medicus. Would you be able to handle that?
If you insist, Your Majesty, I may offer my abilities.
What may I help with?
Go with Esmeralda. You're her assistant for today. Understand?
Loud and clear, Your Majesty.
Perfect. Looks like we're all set.
I think you guys are missing something.
Right. Ezra, you're in charge of the army and such, correct?
Wasn't that obvious?
I want at least 6 guards on Queen Angela at all times. Got it?
Excuse me?
You need protection, especially during this. And I can't be here to do it.
What? Why not?
I'm going to go in with a regiment and take care of Callius.
This bitch has got spunk. I like her. Sounds good. I'll get that done.
Alright then. Glad that's settled.
You're still missing something.
And what would that be?
Me! What can I do to help?
Go to your room and behave until it's over. You've caused enough trouble.
Trouble? I stopped the aid between Arbitrary and Vetlay. How is that trouble?
Without consulting anyone.
Nothing I do will ever appease you, will it?
Princess.
Well, this was a productive meeting. You all know what to do. Marin, let's change you into something a bit more fitting for the occasion.
My uniform is perfectly fine.
Come on, let me.
Fine.
Princess! Your Majesty.
Rise, you two.
You have a public appearance today. Are we to—
Wait, who's this?
Oh, you brought a friend. She's so pretty.
I'm going to stick with what I'm wearing now, but Miss Rosted here is—
Please, call me Marin.
Marin here is going to Vetla to deal with Callius. You guys have some more stylish war armor than Ezra's typical, no?
I'm sure we can put something together.
Yeah, definitely. Come on.
Wait.
Good luck.
What do you think? Give us a spin. Give us a spin.
No.
Aw, come on. You know you want to.
Fine. Now, I should be.
Juliana, Pasha, can you two give us a minute?
Of course, Your Majesty.
I wanted to thank you.
No need.
I didn't realize that, well, you know, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I doubt you're exactly all used to this as your mother and father were.
If they were. How easy you guys were able to kill Her Majesty was... Ugh.
You weren't mad about that?
I didn't care much for her. It's more so disheartening to see both her failure as well as the failure of our guard. Ezra isn't very pleased either.
I see. Either way, I do apologize.
Consider it accepted. Continuing on, our deal.
Consider it dealt. I trust you to act for the people. However, I wouldn't mind taking Aizana's place, if you'd allow.
I wouldn't mind continuing with this original agreement.
Truly, you mustn't need to force anything.
But
We must be going. I'll see you on the other side of this thing, yeah?
Yes, of course. Wait. Just stay safe, okay?
Sure. You as well, okay?
Okay. Ugh. Why is flirting with women significantly harder than men?
Marin has gone rogue.
Oh, I know.
What? And you haven't done anything?
There isn't much to do. We've lost this battle, Isabel.
What? How can you say that so easily? Aren't you supposed to...
Humans are like dolls. Fragile, submissive. They believe themselves to be in charge, but in the back, there's always someone pulling the strings.
I don't understand.
Then let me put it simply. We've lost this battle, but we will not lose the war. I have a plan, be it insane.
I'm listening.
Come, take a seat then, doll.
You ready, kid?
Born ready.
Igniting in 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
It shouldn't be far. Stay quiet and stay out here. If you hear commotion, you may come in. Otherwise, Make sure no one comes through these tunnels towards the exit. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Well, isn't this just hilarious?
Where is everyone, Callius?
You really think I would give you the last laugh? I raised you, remember? I know you like the back of my hand.
So they escaped.
Of course they escaped.
Then why in the hell are you still here?
Because my time with them is done. For now, at least.
If you believe I am to kill you, you are mistaken.
Still failing missions, I see.
Were you just searching for someone to use?
Whatever do you mean?
That day you picked me up off the streets. You gave me shelter and food. But you didn't do it out of the kindness of your heart, did you? This whole time, I've seen you as a parrot, and you see me as a puppet.
You a pathetic child. I built you. Ground up. You should be thankful.
Thankful? You promised peace, and you turned the Perfidae into a murder group.
Sometimes to acquire true peace, you need to burn some bridges.
You're disgusting.
And you're just like me.
No, I'm not.
Say whatever you want, but we both know the truth. Do it. Kill me.
Fuck yourself.
Perhaps I was wrong. You're still the pathetic child I met all those years ago. You're just like me, Marin. You and I will never change.
What should we do with them?
Not sure.
My vote's on killing them.
We didn't get any refugees. I assume everything went well?
They told the Perfidae to run. They all escaped.
All except this bitch.
We should lock them up. Solitude is a punishment far worse than death.
I think I can do better.
What do you propose, Your Majesty?
I hear Queen Harper's looking for more servants. Let's ship him off to Lantanenia.
That's horrible. I love it.
Sounds fair.
An exile as well, correct?
Of course. William, I'm sure you can handle this, yes?
Of course, Your Majesty.
Alright, perfect. Now if you don't mind me, I have shit to do.
That's fine. You're all excused. Esmeralda?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Could you check up on Penelope? I feel like I might have been a bit harsh earlier. Make sure she's doing alright.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Where are you headed?
In all honesty, I ain't quite sure yet. Wherever the wind takes me, I suppose.
So, you aren't staying?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll head off to Arbitrary.
I mean, as you mentioned, you're an amazing strategist, and I think the people would see great benefit in putting you into a leadership position.
What do you mean?
I don't know you all that well. I understand that. But I see clearly that you're compassionate, and that you care for everyone, without being given so much as a dash of reason to. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I wish to get to know you better.
I'm lost.
After all of this, I'm sure you'll have a line of suitors waiting to take your hand. I, however, would like to be the first. Miss Marin Rasted, if permission is granted, I would like to court you.
I suppose we'll see how it goes.
Emilio?
Yeah?
Think this is it?
I guess we'll see.
Then let the games begin.
Do me a favor. Look at you, look at me. I'm not a hater.